Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. Okay, so I came across this. The story came across my phone yesterday. And I was like, okay, wait, what? So here we are. I'm going to do this quick article and then I'm going to get going. It's been an interesting morning. I have been so wired this morning. I wonder what the moon is in. Hold on. What is the moon in right now? Because I have been wired. I'm just curious. I'm looking at, for those who are listening to the podcast, I'm looking at my phone. Speaking of which, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. The moon's in Virgo today. Go figure. Okay. That doesn't explain it because Virgos aren't wired type people. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it. It's all good. So, this man was out at sea. Apparently there was an eruption. I heard something about a tsunami. I know there was a tsunami alert happening somewhere. I think, oh gosh, it was for California. That's what it was for. Because I was watching someone else's video. I watched this guy. He's really, really funny. He talks about doom and gloom stuff on the economy, but his delivery is hilarious, even though it's kind of serious issues. And he was talking about on one episode how there was a tsunami alert. Maybe this was in the midst of all of that. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get down into this. It says, real life Aquaman. Man says he survived 27 hours at sea after Tonga tsunami. A 57-year-old Tongan man was forced to swim for 27 hours straight after getting swept at sea amidst Saturday's devastating tsunami. The eruption of the Hunga Tonga Hapapai volcano, try saying that 3 times fast, and subsequent tsunami in Tonga last weekend damaged villages, spoiled drinking water, and led to multiple deaths. Due to communication lines going down and first aid relief not arriving on the Pacific Island nation until later this week, some dramatic escape and survival stories are beginning to emerge. One of those stories belongs to Lisala Falun. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. A man with a disability whose swimming durability has gained him the nickname, the real-life Aquaman. Well, obviously he can't talk to the man, the marine animals and stuff, but yeah. So Falau, a retired carpenter who lives, okay, that's a typo, who lived on the small island of Atata, a population of about 60 people, was swept out to sea when the tsunami waves hit land in the evening Saturday. He recounted his survival story in an interview with Tongan media agency Broadcasting. A transcript of his Thursday interview was translated on Facebook. I just floated, bashed around by the big waves that kept coming. He told the radio station, bear in mind that I am disabled. I can't walk properly. Nobody but God. Lasala Falun, who is disabled, was swept out to sea from the small isolated island of Atata. but made it to the main island of Tongatapu, about 8 kilometers away. At first, Falu said he climbed a tree, but a big wave later knocked him out, pulling him away further at sea. He was forced to swim all the way to the closest island, Tongatapu, which he said took him 27 hours. He swam all through the night Saturday to arrive on the island safely on Sunday. Social media began praising Falu. I really want to know how to pronounce his last name, for his story, with some users tabbing him real-life Aquaman in reference to the comic book and film character known for being able to breathe underwater and control fish. Well, he can't just control fish. He can do much more than that, but okay. All right, so this article, and according to Yahoo News, this article originally appeared on USA Today. I want to go back to this. Also, it says viral Olympian Pita Tafatu Fua starts GoFundMe for volcano-stricken Tonga. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. I'm just going to hit play. Let me see what's going on. Okay, nothing's happening. Tonga Street from an underwater volcanic. So it was an underwater volcanic explosion. Was in Australia when the eruption covered in ash and several severed communications. When times get tough is when we actually have to stand up. That's the work that needs to be done. Okay, hold on. This is going too fast. Go back. There's work that needs to be done. It's not a time for me to sit back and worry about my own personal feelings. That stuff I can deal with it afterwards. There's stuff that needs to be done. I've got to stand up and help do what I can, get it done. So yeah, there's no choice. Okay, so this guy was in Australia when this happened, but he's doing the GoFundMe to help out. Okay, interesting. All right, so yeah, this is kind of the story. I just thought it was interesting. Honestly, 27 hours is a long time. That's a lot of adrenaline. I'm not saying it didn't happen. If it did happen, that was divine intervention for sure. If it did happen, that was divine intervention. This is just interesting. I believe they had like an interview or something. Hold on. Let me click on this and see what comes up. Because they had a link to the USA Today article. No, I don't want to subscribe to USA Today. Move. Get off my screen, dude. Wait a second. Is there a... There's the X. All right. Let's see if there's anything in this USA Today article that... any extra information. No, it's pretty short. I wish they gave more details. Explain tremendous explosion, viral Olympian, interview. Let me click on this and see what I get. Okay, I'm not logging into Facebook. I don't even like Facebook that much. Never mind. All right, that's it. I just thought the story was interesting. Real life Aquaman. At least so they say. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. And definitely when I say be blessed to the Tongan people of Tonga, which I had no idea. I knew there was a thing going on about the tsunami, but definitely for everyone who was affected, for sure, be blessed. Take care.